Tell me why'd you go this far.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping. As you guys can tell, we are no longer in Australia, and we're heading back home, back to good old Canada. But in the meantime, welcome to Cancun, Mexico. I'm gonna be here for a week with a few friends of mine before we head back to Toronto. I'm gonna take you guys on a little bit of a trip. If you guys wanna go on a vacation, you can live vicariously through me in the meantime. And in addition, I'm gonna show you how you can go on vacation, go on a trip, and not get fat. My personal tips, tricks, strategies, whatever you want to call it, for going on vacation, having a good time, but not completely destroying your physique. Stay tuned. I'll show you guys all of my super secrets. Okay guys, so we are here, and man, I gotta say, Australia had a nice beach, but this, you know when you have like a screensaver? This is it. Today's beach outfit of the day.
Okay, let's try that again because the wind got way too bad. This is the new Alpha Elite cutoffs they launched recently. I freaking love this thing because it's kind of like half gym, half formal. I wouldn't take this necessarily to like a club or something that's like, you know, really fancy, but just walking around on the street, enjoying, you know, the beach, enjoying Toronto, enjoying all these things, definitely is a nice combination of fitness and fashion. Got my baby blue Hurley board shorts on, which my OG subscribers will recognize from my 2015 competition season. Sunglasses are simply Ray-Bans because so many people keep asking me this. So for the last time, guys, these are Ray-Bans. One of the coolest things that I have recently added to my, my outfit or my wardrobe, it's a wooden watch. It's, it's interesting because all my watches are either, the same old steel or leather. So this is a very new and different accessory, and I think it really matches with the whole overall summer vibe. The company that sent me this is called Jord Watches. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to leave a link down in the description box below. This workout footage is from about a week ago. Technically, it is before the start of my official competition prep. I thought it'd be great to include this footage. Number one, because, I got drunk and did a pretty funny Q&A, which you guys will see later on in the video. But in addition, a lot of people, this is probably one of the most common questions I get asked: how do I go on this holiday, enjoy myself, whilst at the same time not completely destroying my physique, especially if I'm trying to cut down? Well, here are a few tips which I highly advocate. This will allow you to mitigate the damage you do to your physique. If you can go on vacation and come out leaner, bigger, stronger, then you probably had a shitty vacation, let's be honest, because you spent the entire time eating chicken breast and broccoli in the corner. But if you actually want to enjoy your vacation and live in moderation, here are a few tips I recommend. Number one, intermittent fasting. Clearly a no-brainer. I do this in regular life, so it would make even more sense to do this on vacation. Simply wake up and, you know what? Skip breakfast. Spend your mornings relaxing by the pool, or better yet, just sleeping in, and then a few hours after waking up, go for your lunch. This directly ties into number two, which is I simply advocate having 2 big meals per day. Have a nice big lunch and a nice big dinner. When you start really taking advantage of the snack bars and the barbecues, the buffet, going for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between, late night snack, that is when you really start to rack up the calories. So go have a fantastic big 1,000 plus calorie lunch and dinner, and the rest of the time, go out, enjoy the beach, enjoy the weather, and stay out of the buffet. Tip number 3, that being said, when you are in the buffet, always opt for more protein-high meat and vegetable sources. For example, on my vacation, there was a variety of foods. There were so many things they had to offer, but every time, the first plate that I would make myself was always very high in protein, was always very high in vegetables. The reason behind this is because although I am hitting my protein, micronutrient, and fiber targets, in addition, I am filling myself up with low calorie density, low carb, low fat options. And that way, even if I do go back for a second or third plate in the buffet, chances are I'm gonna be a lot more full and not as hungry, and I'm not really gonna have those cravings, you know, the ribs and the breads and the pastas and all of that good stuff. Tip number 4 is be active. Now, I know vacation is a time to relax by the pool, relax by the beach, take it easy and essentially be a couch potato, but nonetheless, be active. I want you to do things. Walk around, explore the new setting, walk down the beach, you know, go swimming, play beach sports. I was playing beach volleyball pretty much every day. Just whatever you do, keep moving. And if you're lucky enough to have a decent gym in your hotel or resort, by all means, go hit a workout. If you're not going to be training that frequently, for example, many of us don't want to train, you know, a regular 4, 5, 6 day workout schedule on vacation, you can get a pretty good full body workout in under an hour, and that way you are still staying as active as possible and maintaining a high calorie expenditure rate on your vacation. Tip number 6 is if you drink, and I know you will, stick to shots or 0 calorie soda cocktails. For example, getting a Diet Coke and rum is a fantastic option. You want to minimize the calories you're going to be getting from things like alcohol and things like chases or fillers, which means, you know, stay away from, you know, loading up on orange juice and, you know, all these pina coladas and all this stuff which is going to simply add additional unnecessary calories. Beer is not the best option. For you to get the same buzz as a few shots, you need to take in hundreds more calories. Okay guys, so today god damn it, I already know this is gonna be challenging. I get drunk like 2 or 3 times a year, but every time I do, you just gotta do a drunk Q&A. So I have put up a photo on Instagram and I got like 300 questions already in a matter of hours. Okay, so we got some more friends in neighboring rooms. We're all gonna regroup in a few minutes, or like literally like probably an hour. But in the meantime, welcome to VitruvianPhysique Health and Fitness. Now, I'm going to be going through them and answering the ones that take advantage of the fact that I am reasonably intoxicated, which means that if you ask me a question about frequency training and progressive overload and actual training concepts, that's great. Now's not the time, because I will answer probably terribly and it will be boring as fuck. Did lifting help you get more girls? When I was in high school and I started lifting, it literally helped me get like 10 times as many girls. Why is CrossFit so looked down upon? Give us an embarrassing story. You guys know this shit more than that. What have I done that's dumb? Pick one of the 1,000 things.
Narrowing it down is pretty hard.
Thank you for that. So if you guys haven't seen my previous Q&A, my first Q&A I ever did back when this was like back in 2015, and one of my most embarrassing stories, I was doing lateral dumbbell raises, and I brought them in too close in front of me, and I sandwiched my dick just a little bit, and it actually cut me, and I had to leave. But that was literally okay compared to this, because that's like, you know, it's so many cool things. It's like, because I was working out, I couldn't have sex. But this story, it takes a very wrong turn. So when we were in second year university...
No, it was past that.
Shut up!
No, it was way over that. That was like 4th year.
Early 4th year university. 2 things, okay? If I have to give backstory. Number 1, while I was living at a crappy house in 4th year of college, we started getting mice, so I had to pick up some mouse traps. Okay? Very simple, very normal. Number 2, this is a little bit less normal. Randomly, my roommates and I don't know how, I think this happened one night when we were drunk. We went to a convenience store, we ended up buying this, but it just kind of stuck on for like all of 4th year. We bought Pokemon card decks, like literally the crap that we did when we were 10 years old, and we started playing with Pokemon cards. We used to do it as a pre-drink. People would do like King's Cup, all these, all these different pre-drink games we would do with Pokemon cards. Either way, so that all makes sense, and that's a little bit weird, but that's completely okay. This happened to fall on the same day, and I don't know why, but I think I picked some mouse traps up at the store, and I didn't have time. We didn't go home that day. We were going straight to the club. We walk into the club, and they, you know, in Toronto, they pat you down. They gotta make sure you don't have like guns or knives or some shit if you go into the club and you freaking start a gang war. So they're patting me down, and it's number 1, it's embarrassing because they're going like this, and then the lady, she pulls out, and she's not discreet about this. She starts waving it around. She's like, this guy's got mouse traps, which is fucking weird. For one thing, because why are you entering a club with mouse traps? And that's okay. So they took those away from me, by the way. That's annoying. That was $3 worth of mouse traps, which I never got back, by the way. And then she starts looking at my other pockets, takes out my Pokemon card deck, announces it to everybody in the surrounding club vicinity, the lobby as we're entering in, and then she has to ask her manager if that's okay to bring in, to which he says, of course that's fine, but they all look at me like I'm a fucking idiot. Needless to say, the girls that night were all over me after that incident. Why are your calves tiny?
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to quit lifting? At the end of second year in university, I got destroyed by organic chemistry. So any of you guys in science know how hard orgo is. And I was like, oh my god, like this is, like what am I doing? And I thought one of the big reasons as to why I didn't do as well as I hoped. I didn't like fail it or anything, but I got like a C+ or something. And at the time I still told myself like, oh, I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I told myself a big reason as to why that is because I spent so much time in the gym. Honestly guys, like the day before the exam, I was like, oh, I'm studying so much, but I need a break. And then I went to the gym for like an hour and a half because it's something that I enjoy and it really helps me de-stress. And then I didn't do that great on my exam, and I told myself that I always look for external factors, that it's like it's because I was spending so much time in the gym and I'm not studying hard enough. And I told myself literally that like that's it, I quit. Why am I spending so much time working on this? Nobody even cares. Girls don't care as much as I would like them to do so. So I told myself like, why am I working out so much and potentially inhibiting my career, my education, things that at the end of the day, let's be honest, for most people are more important. I didn't stop completely, but I quit lifting seriously. I went from legit 4 or 5, 6 days a week doing bodybuilding to I would just dick around in the gym every now and then, just trying to maintain my physique at best. And I didn't lose that much muscle. I definitely didn't gain. There was a few months and my grades didn't improve at all because I realized that I just don't like the courses I was taking. And I had a lot more free time because I wasn't in the gym, and I took that time and spent it on absolutely anything else besides studying because I didn't like the courses, I didn't like the program. I was just like, this is useless and not applicable in any way, shape, or form to anything in life. It's been years, and even though I am now technically in the fitness and science industry, I still don't, trust me, I don't use organic chemistry for anything. Fuck, marry, kill. Nikki Blackadder, Amanda Bucci, Emily Hayden. I will not touch this question with a 10-foot pole. You can fuck right off. Thoughts on John Skywalker? I've seen his Instagram before. He's a pretty funny dude. He's aesthetic as fuck. I'm admiring hard. Favorite and least favorite exercise. Favorite would be incline bench press. Least favorite would be anything with calves. Worst fear in the gym, smashing my dick. Again. What cigar is that? The cheapest one they had at the hotel store. Favorite alcoholic drink? Vodka. How come you left Australia, my dude? Okay, number one, I'm starting to get pretty damn cold, and Toronto summer is nice. It's really nice. And there's a lot of reasons I had to leave for business, to be honest. You have the worst internet on earth. Guys, okay, I don't know if anybody out there is super tech savvy, but most countries in the even remotely civilized world will get 30, 40, maybe 50 megabytes per second download speed. In Australia, there were times when I was getting less than 1. Jordan and I have not seen Netflix in 5 months because it doesn't load. And all of our YouTube videos we have to watch on 144p, and even then we have to let it buffer for a little while. There is no internet in Australia. Everything else is fantastic. Transportation system, TV, hospitals, everything is first world. Internet is 1995 Latvia. Australia is the one place where North Korea is watching and laughing. Did you know that there are clips of you in Basquiat Picasso's 30-minute motivational lifting video? No, but I'll check that out because it's pretty fucking cool.
Your success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You gotta hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you make. You only get 24 hours in a day.
I used to always watch these motivational lifting videos. When I really started getting into fitness more seriously, besides, I stopped just going to the gym and dicking around, started taking it I really want to build up and get better. I finally became a bodybuilder as opposed to just the kid who dicks around in high school. I really used to look at these motivational gym videos. And I know that some people consider it lame, and they're kind of you're just going to the gym. You're just lifting weights. It's not a battle. You don't need this intense music. And my answer to that is yes, we fucking know. But everything in life, even though you do love it, you want, that motivation, right? There's a reason we take pre-workouts before we go to the gym.
There's a reason that guys, you know, they get pumped up when they do like sports. They still have huddles, they still make movies about these things. There's like something which could like remind you and spark you, you know, why you got into this. And I used to love the crap out of those motivational videos, and I'd watch them with guys like obviously the classic guys like, you know, like Arnold, Frank Zane, Lou Ferrigno, Franco Colombo, more newer age guys like Matt Ogus, Z's at the time, Steve Cook, so many people. So the fact that even, you know, these videos are starting to pop up with me in them, it's like some crazy inception mindfuck, and it is awesome. Are you happy with your genetics? Yes and no. I'm like 60% satisfied with them. There's a lot of things that I really do like. I think I have an amazing back. I think I have an overall, you know, I don't want to say average, but like just a little bit of above average. If average is like 5 out of 10, I'm at like a 6.5 out of 10 in terms of ability just to generally put on muscle all over the body. So that is good, you know, reasonable height. Overall, you know, not bad, but there's a lot of things that are problematic. You know, I have very flat biceps. I don't have that peaked bicep insertions. I hold a lot of body fat on my arms as opposed to areas such as my back. I have a 4-pack as opposed to a 6-pack. My legs, they never get lean just simply due to genetic body fat distribution. One of my pecs is smaller than the other. So I have a lot of genetic pros and cons. I would not say that I have good genetics, but I probably have just like slightly above average. I'm like on the way to good, but not quite there. Why do you have such tiny calves? Fuck you, man! It's the second time I got that question. Clothing brands you recommend for the athletic physique, casual and performance wear. Okay, casual, like guys, let's be honest, I'm wearing it right now, so, you know, full disclosure, I am sponsored by them, but I don't work with companies unless I actually do like their stuff, unless I actually do wear their stuff. You know, it's half casual, half sporty. It's like, they call it athletic leisure, athleisure. Alphalete is definitely my go-to, and jeans, I'm really into Legend London. They're really good for guys who actually lift because they conform to your quads, so that definitely helps a lot in my opinion. How did you and your girlfriend meet? I found her on the street and I walked over there and I'm like, sup, baby? You know, Tinder. Celebrity crushes, male and female. Female would be Kristen Crook. She played Lana on Smallville. I grew up watching Smallville, so like when I was like 14, 15, 16, she was like the first like woman I watched a lot on TV, and I grew up with her. So and she literally she did some filming in Toronto. So when I saw that on social media, I was like, VitruvianPhysique, I must have you. Oh my God, VitruvianPhysique! Are you that guy that does those videos of you casually lifting and making Dragon Ball Z jokes on the internet? Oh my God! Let me just drop my 6-figure acting job on national television. Man.
You work for the Hemsworth?
No, they get enough love. Henry Cavill. Igor, in high school, were you good at pulling the ladies or were you shot down a lot? Regardless, both of those situations involve me actually attempting to speak to ladies, so I was never shot down. I can say that confidently. Do you have any more projects that you are working on? Yes. I have a big one. A lot of people have asked me for this, but pretty much it takes all of the quantitative aspects of how I approach my personal diet. I show you all these graphs and charts and all this crazy analysis I do in Microsoft Excel. Pretty much I'm trying to take all of that, convert it into a web app or an actual app, and have it available for you guys, because it's literally changed my life in terms of making the diet so much better and easier, and just holding myself a lot more accountable, because I'm not sitting here wondering like, oh, why isn't this working? Why isn't it? No, I put it in, I press analyze, and then like all these numbers spit out, and then it tells you, Igor, here's what you're doing, here's what you're doing wrong, here's what, you know, you could be doing better. And then I tell myself, okay, next week do that. And whenever the numbers look good, my diet is always just on point, and I am losing body fat and I am looking better. The numbers and the physique are in perfect synchronization, and that's a friggin' nice thing. So I'm working on that. It's a much bigger project than anything I've worked on ever before, and as soon as it's done, I'll let you guys know. You're gonna fucking love it. I know for a fact. I know for a fact it's gonna help a lot of people out there, especially with their diet, especially people who have issues with like sticking to a diet and adherence, which is the most important thing. Not your calories or your macros or your training program, your cardio, that's all great, but if you don't adhere to it, it's essentially useless. So if I can solve or at least help alleviate the issues around adherence, that's it. Everything else just falls into play like perfect dominoes. What the fuck does that mean? Dominoes? Who says that? Do you watch Game of Thrones? Fuck yes! Season 7? Is that what it is? Season 7? 3 weeks? Igor, if someone here comments about your calves, don't give them a thought. As I've come to know, calves are hard to grow and yours aren't small. Who would win in a boxing match? Omar, Isaf, or you? Neither. We would both tire out because there's too much footwork involving calves in a boxing match, and 12 seconds and we both lose. Do you ever plan on continuing your studies? Yes, but not in the traditional university way. Guys, I'm gonna do a video on this in the future. I've always thought about, maybe not even a video because it would honestly be like 40 minutes long. I learned so much crap. Not crap, but I've learned so much about college and university having finished it, and how so much of it, unfortunately, is just a useless way to, I want to say almost literally like steal or scam young, impressionable 17 and 18-year-olds, essentially kids, into taking ridiculous amounts of loan. You can, like, literally, in Canada, the legal drinking age is 19. The States is 21. So you can't drink, you can't smoke, you can't even like look at like friggin' porn magazines, but you gotta, you can and you should. You're encouraged to take out $30, $40, $50, $100,000 in debt and essentially choose a course which you are going to be on for the rest of your life. That is fucking bullshit. That is way too much stress and responsibility and just overall crap to put on a kid, especially at that age. Pretty much like, hey, choose what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. And don't worry, if you fail and if you realize that you were wrong, it's only going to cost you 1, 2, 3 years of additional courses and starting fresh and, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in tuition. That is fucking bullshit. I want to do like a whole podcast on this. If you guys are interested in that, by the way, let me know down in the comments below and maybe I'll do something, because I've wanted to talk about this for a long time. If I were to continue my studies, it would be in a much more efficient and, let's be honest, cheaper way. And the final question is, your calves will never go, fuck, we're done, fuck this. Son of a bitch, those got like 4 questions about calves. Okay guys, Q&A over. I'm gonna go get drunk now. Bye.